An incredible night in Milan and a beautiful one in Paris. What more can you ask for as a soccer lover? Just wow, wow. We were spoiled. Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. This is your boy Mojere. Yo, as the old cliche would say, this are what Champions League nights are made of. We saw two beautiful, two great, two fantastic end to end. All the adjectives that you can use were there. Were there. Hi, hi, hi. You know what? I just want to say to Inter Milan, FC Barcelona, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal FC. Alright, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for reminding us that this beautiful football still exists. This end-to-end football this still exists. This beautiful 4-3, 3-3, goal scoring, beautiful goals, like wingers taking on players, end to end counter attacking football still exists. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For so long, we have been stuck with this football. Okarawa taking robots. You just pass and pass 1,000 passes, or who like it was a competition of how many passes can we do each game. But Tuesday and Wednesday night, it lived up to even. It's not even lived up to expectation. I think the expectation was that we're gonna get this robot football, this passing football, pass a la pass a la pass. No, 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 no. I think this has met and even exceeded expectation. You look at let's go to the first match, man. The first leg was incredible. The first leg was incredible. A 3-all draw. Go, Barcelona. It's not the Camp Nou. The Camp Nou is being renovated. So a 3-all draw. You saw both teams going for it, and I think you look at both legs, and somehow you would say Milan actually had a chance to win both legs. Not saying Barcelona didn't as well, but Rotomaga Milan will go to Barcelona as well. So you look at both legs. Milan were the first ones on the score sheet. Both legs. They scored early. They scored their goals. They could have closed shop and said, okay, yeah, we are done. We're going to the final. But somehow they managed to let Barcelona back in the game. And Barcelona came, credit to them. They came back in the first leg. They came back in the second leg. They came back as well. And in the second leg, they had a chance to win it as well. They had a chance to win it. I remember the commentator saying, Barcelona now just need to consolidate. They just need to close shop. But who are we? Look at what Barcelona is doing. Barcelona was still trying to attack Milan, which some people might say it's a good thing because the best way to defend is to attack. But their attacking for me was like too open. They allowed Milan back. They allowed Milan to go counter attack. They allowed Milan to go play through the midfield, and they allowed Milan to go and create those chances where we saw they scored that equalizer, which led the game into a 3-0 game, into a extra time game. And you look at that game, and I must say, as a neutral, I was spoiled. I was so spoiled. That was a good game. That was a good advertisement for the Champions League. And you look at both teams. I think they gave it all in the on that field. I think Milan at one stage they looked their age. Not to use the old cliche. They looked their age and they were tiring. That's when the youngsters from Barcelona as well came in and they tried. I think Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, De Jong were exceptional in both legs. And I think what Inzaghi said after the match, he said De Jong was he said De Jong was exceptional. As much as Yamal was, but he said De Jong was incredible on the both legs. And I think we've spoken about this before in Nala Bazerore. Sometimes the spotlight is like Buchaville win yesterday, that the spotlight was on Messi too much and they are focused on them. And you look at all the hard work they were doing while the spotlight was on Messi, the engine of the team. And I think Inzaghi wanted just to highlight that to remind people, right? The Bola Idlaliwi fella on the wings. The game is not only one on the wings, but the game has been one. Is also one on the is one in the middle. It's actually, if you know football, you know football matches are one in the engine, which is that midfield. And I think we watch beautiful football. I think we watched that nice football. I think if you're a neutral or if you're a I know if you one of those teams that went home, you obviously will be complaining about referees' decisions, which that one will cry until Jesus comes. But as a neutral, we were spoiled. We watched two of the best games. We go to the Wednesday one, Arsenal against PSG, and I think Arsenal for me, I said when as soon as PSG got that first goal, I was like, it's too much of a hurdle for Arsenal. I think even if they can go through it, if they can push, they might actually. We've learned from yesterday's. We've learned from Tuesday's games, or anything's possible. But as soon as PSG got that first goal, I think that was the turning point of the tie because now Bali the 2-0. Arsenal had to go score 3 goals to win it or two to draw it. And they kept pushing and pushing, and PSG got counter attack. They got the second goal. And obviously, that penalty, a controversial one, that handball, a bit soft for me, but a handball is a handball. The rules say it's a handball. The hand was away from the body, hence why the referee and the VR gave a penalty. And a very poor penalty by Coutinho, I must say. And wait, you forgot to lap it. I think you can look at my title as well. I put Donnarumma, I put Soma there because I think as much as we give credit to Yamal and what I think Sir Alex Ferguson once said, "Or defense will win you trophies. Defense will win you." He says, no, he said something about. I'm paraphrasing. That attack will win you games, but defense will win you league titles. And I think when he spoke about the defense, he was also speaking about the men in the post. And I think Soma and Donnarumma, they were incredible. They made so much. They made crucial saves to keep their teams in it, to keep their teams through it. And I think a big shout out goes to the teams. And I think Donnarumma both legs, even some of both legs, they made so much. They made so incredible saves to keep their teams in it. And I think Raya as well stood up at that penalty save that kept Arsenal in the because that once that one was in, I think Arsenal heads would have dropped. But he kept Arsenal in it, and Arsenal for what it's meant for what is worth, they tried. They tried, and I know it's Penta or you know what I mean because I don't have cups like Arsenal. I know it's Penta and all that, but they've done what a lot of teams in England fail to do. They reached the semi-finals. They beat Madrid, which is very difficult to do, especially Gamu Champions League. Madrid is a very difficult team to do to beat them in, and they beat them. And kudos to PSG. They've beaten 4 English Premiership teams on their road to the final. They've beaten Liverpool. They've beaten Manchester City in the group stages. I think they've beaten Aston Villa, and now the latest, the latest one is Arsenal. So, and I think Luis Enrique was asked in the conference, and he said he laughed about it, and he said they say we are in the Farmers League. We still maintain you are still in the Farmers League, man. We're still in the Farmers League. I think if you look at over the years, the English Premier League teams have been struggling in Europe because of the competition, like the long week in week out. Abafihla kwa, they're tired or somehow they're injuries or what, but it's like I'm going with some explanation what you wanna do, but we saw football. Tuesday, Wednesday, we saw football. And I think kudos to both teams, kudos to both managers for going at it, for giving us what we've been missing for a while. Spurs, Man United, I hope you're watching. You're up next. The ball is in your court. Tonight, let's see who reaches the final. I am not confident. I know my team is leading 3-0, but Manchester United, you can ask anyone. But anyways, thank you for watching. Maybe remember share, like, and subscribe. Like